Good morning. In this video, let us discuss first lab program, second PUC lab program, frequency of occurrence of digit in one-dimensional array. See, what is the aim of this program? We have to create one array, one-dimensional array. There we are going to find the number which is the given number, how many times present in array. See here, I have taken array here. The size of array is 10. In this program we have declared int a of 10. So you know that the C++ program means it is a class and object. We have to use class and objects. So in the class in private section I have taken variables like a of 10, that is integer array, and normal variable n, I for index of array, ele element which is to be counted, C how many times that element present, that count is stored in C. See, these many variables I have declared here. The memory allocation would be like this. Okay. See, a of 10, among 10 memory locations, how many memory I am going to use? That is stored in n. See, n value 5. You know that. Good morning. In this class, let us understand the first lab program of second PUC, that is frequency of occurrence of digit in an array, in one-dimensional array. So I have to create one-dimensional array. So everything I have written in class. You know that class is a blueprint from which objects are created. So whatever the necessary things we want, we have written in a class. I need one integer array, and how many elements I am going to insert, that is stored in n. So right now let us understand only these two variables, array and n. To input values, I have taken one function, input function, to count function and display. Here the aim of this program is we have to create an array. After that we have to insert one number. We have to input a number. Whether that number present in an array, if it is present, how many times it is repeated in an array. That it has to display. Once I execute this program, so let us understand how does this program work. Enter n value. N value means how many memory locations you want to use among 10 memory locations. So now I'll use only 4 memories. 2, 3, again I'll give 3, 4. So what does it mean? We have 10 memory locations. Out of 10 memory, for how many memory locations you have, you are going to input values. That count is stored in n, 4 numbers. Now again it is asking us enter 4 integers into array. I have inserted. Now enter the integer to be counted. Which integer you want to count? Now I'll take 3. Obviously we know that 3 present 2 times in an array. It should show the same. 3 found 2 times in an array. In this way it has to work. Now let us give the number which is not present in array. And this time I'll take n value 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 does not exist. So this is our program, exactly it has to work. Now let us understand. To do this, I have taken 3 member functions, input function, count and display. In input function, I have created array and I have input element which is to be counted. In the count function, I am going to count how many times the element is present, this calculation part here. Now in the display function, it has to display whether it is present or not. If it is present, how many times. This part is written in display function. And main function. You all know execution always starts with a main function. In order to call a member function of class, we have to create object. This is the way to create object, that is class name and object name, semicolon. First I have to call input function. That's why f dot input. When I call this function, control transfer to this function definition, input function. In this, enter n value. Then I'll input n value. that n value stored in n. See, I have taken memory representation here. N value, if I take n value 5, it will be stored here. Basically, we have created object, right, f. That f contain all these variables, and to make you understand, I have written separately here. Then n value 5. Next, it should ask enter n integers into array. It means enter 5 integers into array. You know that array means a continuous memory locations. To insert a value, I have to use the index. That's why I have written for loop here. For I, it should start from 0th location, then less than n value 5. So if it reaches a 4, it should input. When it comes to 5, then it come out from the loop. See here, 4 elements I have inserted one by one. The for loop exactly works here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. When it reaches and I value reaches 5, then it come out from the loop. Now enter the element, enter the integer to be counted. Which integer you want to count? That is stored in ELE. One more memory we have taken. So in this example, I have taken 15 here. Initially, count value is 0 before starting count. So this function, all instructions of this function over, then again control goes back to calling function. Here the calling function, main function. Now after this f dot count, this function is invoking now. Then control goes to count function here. So you know the logic. So our element has to compare with each and every element of array. Wherever there is a match, C has to increment it by 1. Okay. Before going to start count, I have initialized C to 0. Now I should start from 0th location. A of 0 is equal to ELE. In this example, see A of 0, 8. Our element is 15. A of 0 is equal to element? No, false. Next, I increments, I becomes 1. Is 10 is equal to 15? False. I becomes 2. 15 is equal to 15? Yes, true. Now what happens here? If this condition true, count increments, count become 1. Before it was 0, now it is 1. Now I increments, I becomes 3, 20 is there, condition false. Now I becomes 4, 15 is equal to 15, yes true. Before count was 1, now count becomes 2. Now I increments, I becomes 5, then 5 less than 5 because n value 5, I value also 5, 5 less than 5, condition false. Then it comes out from the loop, terminates the loop. Finally, what is there in C? 2, right? So initially 0, later 1, afterward finally 2 is there in C. Now again it goes to calling function, that is main function. Now next function call is there, f.display. Again control goes to this display function. So in this function we are going to check what is there in C. If C is equal to still 0, that element does not exist, right? Because initially we have assigned C value 0, no? We have assigned 0 to C. After executing, after processing all the memory locations, still C value 0 means element does not exist. Otherwise, element is there. How many times? C times. What is the value in C? That many times the element is present. In this example, the C value is 2. So element found 2 times. Element means our element is 15 in this example. 15 found 2 times in an array. Then again it goes to main function and it come out from the program. See, one difference is I am using the developer C++. For your syllabus, Turbo C++ is there, they have mentioned. Here the difference is I used using namespace std. You don't bother about it. And I didn't use .h. It is not required in this editor. And one more thing, int main I used here. Int main. So what you need to use in Turbo C++, don't use this using namespace, it is not required. Just you start from #include iostream.h, then #include conio.h. Then in main function, Instead of using int main, you have to use void main. And obviously rest of the things, clear screen, CLR, SSCR, get ch, these things are common there. Hope you understood. Thank you.